This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome. It's Thursday, February 25th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Unette Gentry, and this is News 25.
Well, former Nye County Sheriff's Office Deputy Richard Jason Deutsch appeared in court to challenge the validity of his conviction for battery, which has cost him his job and military career.
Deutsch was convicted in a bench trial of domestic battery and injury to other property less than $25 after being arrested and charged in September of 2018 for slapping his then-girlfriend on the buttocks. At the time, he was a first sergeant with the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Deutsch was sentenced on the first count to $340 in fines, 2 days in jail that were converted to 48 hours community service, an additional 48 hours of community service, domestic violence counseling, and 90 days suspended jail time. On the second count, the court imposed $355 in fines and fees and restitution. Because of the guilty verdict for domestic battery, under federal and Nevada law, he is prevented from carrying a firearm. This made him unable to continue his career in law enforcement. Deutsch and his attorney, John Aldrich, were in court yesterday to argue for a new trial by jury and appealing to amend judgment of Deutsch's conviction. Judge Wonker reviewed the history of the case from conviction in October of 2018 to the appeals that were presented yesterday. Aldrich opened his argument by saying that on December 22nd, a motion was sent to the court asking to be able to reopen the brief on the appeal and to be able to add information. Judge Wonker said that the defense had done the same thing in 2019 and she denied the reopening. She said that the law is very clear as to the role of the district court judge on an appeal up from the Justice Court. They cannot take any new evidence. They must use the record on appeal. No new facts or evidence may be added. Judge Wonker said she read the transcript from the prior appeal and it was hers to determine if there was an error of law or whether there is substantial evidence in the record to support the findings of the Justice of the Peace. Judge Wonker said that there was sufficient evidence in the record to support the determination of the Justice of the Peace. After hearing arguments from the state and the defense, Judge Wonker came to the conclusion that there was a procedural error that prevented the district court from having jurisdiction. It all came down to dates and the letter of the law. An appeal was filed on November 6, 2019. The law says that a defendant may appeal only from the final judgment of the Justice Court. The defense appealed from the verbal pronouncement of the record. The written order denying the defendant's motion for a new trial was issued on November 22, 2019. Wonker said that the appeal was filed premature. The court has jurisdiction from the final judgment, the final written judgment, after it is filed by the court's clerk. Judge Wonker said that as far as she is concerned, the motion for a new trial is not before the court because the court does not have jurisdiction to hear the issue because the appeal was filed before the final judgment was entered. Addressing the amended judgment of conviction, Judge Wonker said that it was too late to appeal because the appeal had already been heard and decided and remanded to Justice Court. An appeal for the amended judgment of conviction was filed on July 6, 2020. This fails because the appeal must be filed within 10 days and it had been at least 30 days. Judge Wonker again said that the appeal was untimely and she ultimately denied both appeals.
Thanks so much, Missy. In other local news, a potential new business hoping to come to Pahrump soon spoke to the Board of County Commissioners at their last meeting, seeking some code considerations.
Scott Shepston of Craftsman Homes was at the meeting to answer any questions the board had regarding the waiver the proposed manufactured home business had filed. The waiver included two items that were challenged: construction of a block wall on the back side of the property which faces residential property. Shepston was asking that be waived, allowing the construction of a chain link fence with privacy slats. It was asked that the business also install a commercial driveway that would meet or exceed 3 inches of asphalt over 6 inches of aggregate base. Craftsman Homes would like to change that to the use of compressed gravel. The commissioners discussed the proposed waiver and asked several questions. When asked about the road, Commissioner Blundo inquired about dust control. Mr. Shepston said that if more was needed to control dust, they would, but he felt the compressed gravel would do the job. He further explained that it would also be better as far as wear and tear on the road. The homes would be moved in and become model fixtures, only to be transported again when they become ineffective in selling homes and they need to go to another model. The lot will not be an inventory lot with homes moving in and out. More questions were asked about the brick wall versus the fence. Director of Planning Brett Wagner said that according to code, chain link fencing with privacy slats is not adequate screening between commercial property and residential property. Commissioner Cox pointed out that one business adjacent to the Craftsman Homes property has already erected a chain link fence against code requirements. She said that she feels precedence has been set. Cox also said that during times like now, where so many little businesses are shutting down, the county should be bending over backwards for people that want to go into business in Pahrump. A motion was made to modify the decision of the Pahrump Regional Planning Commission and allow the changes requested by Craftsman Homes.
Well, a Las Vegas law firm is suing 10 major auto insurers, saying the companies charged excessive insurance premiums during the pandemic. The class action suit could benefit thousands of Nevada insurance customers.
Tuesday, the law office of Egglet Adams filed class action lawsuits against the country's largest auto insurers, including State Farm, USAA, Geico, Acuity, Liberty Mutual, Farmers, Progressive, Travelers, Nationwide, and Allstate. Egglet Adams contends the companies charged excessive premiums during the pandemic by failing to account for what the law firm describes as a dramatic drop in driving and crashes. The lawsuits acknowledge that some insurers did provide discounts, but in court filings, attorneys argue those discounts did not offer any meaningful relief that actually reflects the drop in driving and accidents. The lawsuits go on to contend the rates charged by insurers violate state law against excessive premiums. Egglet Adams says auto insurers provided a variety of discounts, from a $50 one-time refund to a 25% rate cut for 2.5 months. But Egglet Adams contends those discounts are woefully inadequate and says the rate cut should have been closer to 50 to 60%. This isn't the first time Egglet Adams' law firm has been in the spotlight. The firm represented several thousand victims of the 2017 mass shooting in Las Vegas in a lawsuit against MGM Resorts and filed suit against opioid manufacturers and sellers.
Thanks to Brad Francis for that report. And we want to let everyone know that there is a two-vehicle accident happening down there by Spring Mountain Motorsports. They are assessing 4 injuries, and we'll let you know more about that on, of course, our local Pahrump Facebook page and on tomorrow night's newscast. News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by P&P Property Management. Knowledge, experience, communication, and trust. Call Cynthia at 775-727-4444.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Johnson & Johnson's COVID vaccine is one step closer to FDA approval. House Democrats are ready to pass a $1.9 trillion stimulus bill, and Gap is expanding in Texas.
Topping our news, Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine is almost on the way. The FDA staff has given the vaccine approval for emergency use. Now an advisory committee meets Friday to decide if it will become the third vaccine shot on the market. Also on Friday, House Democrats plan to pass a $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief stimulus bill. Republicans are questioning that amount. The Senate hopes to get the bill to President Biden before March 14th. Electric vehicle maker Workhorse lost about a $6 billion contract with the U.S. Postal Service. The contract went to Oshkosh Defense to make the new generation of postal delivery vehicles. Workhorse is requesting information about losing that government deal. Gap is spending $140 million to build a distribution center starting in April in Longview, Texas. The retailer wants to double its online business. That plant will create 500 full-time jobs.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, it is a shocking and heartbreaking video that media outlet TMZ has posted online today, showing a confrontation, theft, and attack of a dog walker who was shot by the culprits and 2 of the 3 French bulldogs stolen. The dogs belong to singer and performer Lady Gaga. The theft occurred near Gaga's home in Los Angeles last night. In the video, you see the pair accost the man, take the dogs, and shoot the man who tried to stop them from taking her animals. One dog got away and ran back to the victim, who lay on the ground calling for help. Gaga is offering $500,000 reward for information leading to the arrest. Video surveillance show that the car appears to be a Nissan Altima or Sentra, white in color. The dogs that were taken are named Koji and Gustav. Lady Gaga was in Rome at the time of the incident.
And veterans age 65 and older can get a vaccine for the coronavirus this Saturday without an appointment at the North Las Vegas VA Medical Center.
VA Southern Nevada Healthcare System will be providing the COVID-19 vaccine to veterans age 65 and older at a walk-in vaccine clinic this Saturday. Hours are 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the North Las Vegas VA Medical Center on Pecos Road at 2:15. First doses of the Pfizer vaccine will be provided to VA Southern Nevada Healthcare System enrolled veterans during the event. If demand exceeds the available vaccine supply, eligible veterans will be rescheduled for a vaccine at a later date. Veterans who have already received their first dose of the vaccine will not be eligible to receive their second dose during this weekend's event. The VA says veterans interested in receiving the vaccine must be enrolled with VA Southern Nevada Healthcare System prior to their arrival, as no on-site enrollment services will be available Saturday. For more information about Saturday's walk-in COVID-19 vaccine clinic, call the VA clinic or visit their website.
And nationwide, women earn less than men, but women here in Nevada are having more success closing that pay gap. While that's good news for women, men in Nevada are some of the lowest paid in the nation.
The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says in 2019, Nevada women who were full-time wage and salary workers had median weekly earnings of $776. That's 84.3% of the $920 earned by their male counterparts. The women's to men's earnings ratio has ranged from a low of 73.9% in 1997 to a high of 88.4% in 2011. The state's ratio has remained above 80% since 2005. So how do we compare with other states? Well, nationwide in 2019, women earned $821 a week, or 81.5% of the $1,007 median for men. Nevada's 84.3% ratio ranks the Silver State number 10 out of the 50 states. However, when you look at the median weekly earnings alone, Nevada women lag behind most other states. Remember, Nevada women earn an average of $776 a week. For comparison, median weekly earnings range from $669 in Mississippi to $1,406 in the District of Columbia. Women's earnings also exceed $1,000 in Maryland and Massachusetts. That ranks Nevada number 29 in median weekly earnings for women. And in case you were wondering, how much do men make? Well, the Bureau of Labor Statistics says in 2019, median weekly earnings for men were lowest in Mississippi at $830 and highest in the District of Columbia at $1,550. 24 states had weekly wages above $1,000 for full-time male workers. Nevada men are some of the lowest paid in the nation at $920 a week, ranking us 43rd. The BLS says while the data is enlightening, sampling errors make it somewhat difficult to draw a meaningful comparison between the states.
Well, they've saddled up and are riding. It was a big weekend for rodeo here in Pahrump. Junior high and high school students competed in the annual rodeo at McCullough Arena.
The Nevada State High School Rodeo Association held the much-anticipated rodeo for high school and junior high school students this weekend in the McCullough Arena at Petrick Park. The kids' event had a shooting tournament held at the Front Sight Firearms Training Institute on Friday morning. Buddy Krebs is the local coordinator of the event, which brought in students from all over to participate in everything from barrel racing, bareback riding, goat tying, and steer wrestling. The Pahrump Valley Rotary participated in feeding these participants, and the livestock was provided by local company DNR Bucking Bulls. Originally set to be part of the Pahrump Valley Days event, the high school rodeo decided to move forward with their plans after the approval for Pahrump Valley Days was denied because of COVID restrictions. The two-day event cost thousands to produce, but is also a fundraiser for future events for the local club. Also bringing in some cash was a gun raffle in which tickets were sold prior to the weekend's festivities. The winners of the shooting event won silver bullions donated by auctioneer Ski Sensky and his company Estates 411. For more information on the event, you can go to Nevada State High School Rodeo Association or Buddy Krebs' Facebook page.
All right, don't grab that remote. If you're looking for help on how to live a healthier lifestyle, we have all that and more for you in our Medical Minute after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Well, we all know how important it is to get healthy and stay healthy. And if you need a little help doing that, Spring Mountain Medical offers a wide variety of healthcare services. Here's Spring Mountain Medical CEO Levi Rogers with today's Medical Minute.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, my name is Levi, and I'm the Chief Operations Officer for Spring Mountain Medical. We hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and we wish you a happy and prosperous new year. As we are still in the middle of a global pandemic that has provided much uncertainty and added stress for us all, it is more important than ever to focus on your health and well-being. As a reminder, Spring Mountain Medical provides for a number of healthcare services, including primary care with Dr. Robertson, Marquita and Jill, physical medicine and chiropractic care with Dr. Taylor, Dr. Griffith, Dr. Steckel, Dr. Lewis, Dr. Rubin, and Dr. Plant, motor vehicle accident care and recovery, and coming in March, we are excited to offer the much-needed behavioral health services. Spring Mountain Medical truly is healthcare the way you've always imagined it. Same or next day appointments, friendly and attentive staff, world-class facility, and caring providers who run on time and keep the focus on you, the patient. We accept most insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare. Call us today at 775-727-8900 and experience what sets us apart. Happy New Year, stay healthy, stay safe, and thank you. This has been your Medical Minute.
All right, and if your computer isn't performing the way it used to, it might be time for an upgrade. In today's Great Computer Deals quick tutorial, Josh Osborne says if you're running an old version of Windows, it's probably time for a new PC.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. How do I know it's time to buy a new computer? Well, here's one sign. You're currently running either Windows XP, Vista, or 7. Most of these older versions of Windows have already reached end of life and are now virtually impossible to use with modern internet technology. Since it will cost some money to purchase and have installed the latest version of Windows, why not just take that money and invest it in a new computer already running the updated software? Computer shopping can be really tough. Do I go new or used? What specs are worth the money and what's just hype? Come down and see our store and talk to somebody that has your best interests at heart. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from KPVM Channel 25 on location at the corner of 160 and Calvada. I'm taking time to do my laundry here in the fountain. Later, I'm going to collect the change. We're going to go next door to Terrible's and get some coffee. It's going to be great. Oh, what a place to observe the weather. Welcome to Pahrump. It's blue skies shining on me, pure air. We'll tell you all about the wonderful weather we've got this week when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. You know, it's our Vegas neighbor Scott Thompson's birthday today. You know Scott, top comedian of 1994. It's a verified fact. Does a show at the Luxor. Oh, come on. All right, I'll give you a hint. All right, I got this. And I got that. Now I've just got the top. See? It's a carrot top. Excellent. Up in Fernley, Fallon, and Carson City, you're seeing as much as 54 degrees today. 25 will be the low end of what we're seeing up there. Tonopah, Goldfield, you're kind of in lockstep, about mid-40s, mid-upper 40s for your highs. Lows tonight about 18 degrees. I still got the bottom. I can eat this later. Beta, you're looking 59 degrees, 30 degrees for a low. Out in Amargosa in Las Vegas, high of 62. Amargosa, you win the fight on the low end for 31 degree temperatures on the low side. Vegas, you'll only get down to 38. But Death Valley, 71 degrees for high today, 43 for low. And here in the paradise of Pahrump, where the grass is green, the air is pure, and it's 57 degrees currently. High temperature was 61 today. A little bit of wind, not too bad, and kind of treasuring and savoring the days as we go today and tomorrow because we got some stuff coming up this weekend. Sun rose this morning at 6:18. It's going to bed about 5:35 this evening. Wow, look at that. Take a little jump into do. Low time about 32 degrees is what we'll see. 18% humidity as we head towards morning. And what do we see for the rest of the week? Well, let's look at it. It's going to be kind of a big weather smile. We start with 67 degree highs and end with 67 degree highs. And we've got a dippy dew there on Sunday going down to 57 degrees highs. It's going to start blowing Saturday, Sunday. Crazy, 19, 18 mile per hour winds. Calm down a little bit Monday, Tuesday, but doesn't really return to sort of a vague normal until it's going to be a week of blow. And that's how that's going to be. Temperatures at night, mid to low 40s, and we'll enjoy that. It sounds pretty good. Make your plans for the big blow-a-thon this weekend, though. It's going to be kind of nuts. All right, back to the desk. It's Unette and Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, we will see you here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next newscast.